Philadelphia Eagles just pulled off a draft heist that could change the entire dynamic of the offense while leaving a division rival fuming in the process. The name at the center of this chaos is Makai Lemon, and the drama that unfolded behind the scenes is absolutely wild. Imagine being on the phone with one team only to have another jump in and steal your future. That is exactly what happened when the Eagles made their move on Thursday. Makai Lemon was literally seconds away from becoming a Pittsburgh Steeler when his phone started blowing up with a different area code. As a veteran insider here in Philadelphia, I can tell you that these draft rooms are usually calculated, but what happened on Thursday night was pure aggressive strategy from Howie Roseman. The young receiver from USC was already talking to the Steelers coaching staff, and he honestly believed he was heading to the Steel City, but the Eagles were not about to let that happen. They saw their target sliding, and they knew they had to act fast or lose him forever. Philadelphia decided to trade up 3 spots, moving from 23 to 20 by striking a deal with the Dallas Cowboys. It is always a bit shocking to see us deal with Dallas, but Roseman was determined to get his man no matter the cost. If this really happens and Lemon becomes the star we expect, then everything changes for our passing game, so you should subscribe now so you do not miss the next update on how this roster is being built. The Eagles sent 2 fourth-round picks to the Cowboys just to leapfrog the Steelers and grab Lemon before Pittsburgh could turn in their card. It was a race against time, and the clock was ticking down dangerously low. Howie Roseman admitted after the pick that it took them a few minutes to actually get Lemon on the phone because he was already occupied with the other team. Can you imagine the tension in that draft room as the seconds ticked away while the player they traded up for was not answering? This kind of move shows just how much the front office values Lemon as a game changer. They did not want to sit on our hands and hope he fell to them because their internal mock drafts suggested he would be long gone by then. This is the 8th time in the last 11 drafts that the Eagles have traded up in the first round, and it sends a clear message that this team is in win-now mode. They are looking for explosive talent that can contribute immediately, and they believe they found it in this Trojan star. The excitement in the building is palpable because they managed to outmaneuver a smart organization like the Steelers to secure a piece that many analysts had ranked much higher on their boards. Howie Roseman is a man who trusts his board more than anything. And when he saw the receiver from USC still available as the 20s approached, he knew the risk of waiting was too high. There is a specific kind of pressure that comes with being a first-round pick in Philadelphia, and this young man is stepping right into the middle of it. We have seen flashes of greatness from other prospects in the past, but this situation is unique because of the sheer effort the front office made to secure him. The conflict here lies in the expectations versus the reality of a rookie transition. Howie Roseman was sweating because the clock was running down and he could not reach his target, but that struggle only highlights how badly the Eagles wanted this specific talent. The front office is essentially betting that this player is the missing link to an elite offensive unit. We often see teams play it safe and stay put, but that is not the Philly way under this leadership. They are willing to sacrifice mid-round picks to ensure they do not settle for their second or third choice. This creates a high-stakes environment where the new addition must perform or the trade will be scrutinized for years. The gap between what the team needs and what the player can provide at this level is the ultimate source of tension right now. Every time a general manager moves up, it puts a target on that player's back because the cost of acquisition was so steep. Fans are already imagining the big plays and the touchdown celebrations, but the reality is that the NFL is a tough league for young receivers to master quickly. However, the organization feels that his genuine nature and the great vibes they felt during the combine and his top 30 visit are signs of a perfect fit. They are not just looking for an athlete, but a person who can handle the intense atmosphere of Lincoln Financial Field. This decision to jump ahead of Pittsburgh was a calculated strike to prevent a rival from getting stronger while simultaneously filling a massive void on our own depth chart. It is a bold gamble that defines the Roseman era, where being aggressive is the only way to stay ahead of the competition and keep the championship window wide open. This move matters because it directly impacts how many games the Eagles can win this year and how high the ceiling is for the entire offense. When you trade up for a weapon like this, you are telling the rest of the league that you are not satisfied with just being good and you want to be dominant. The immediate consequence of this pick is that it takes a massive amount of pressure off the other starters and forces opposing defenses to account for another dangerous threat on every single snap. This could help them win more games simply because the complexity of the offense just went up a level. If the passing game becomes more explosive, then the running game gets easier and everything starts to flow better for the coaching staff. On the flip side, the risk of failure is also higher because we gave up draft capital to make this happen. If this rookie does not produce, then those fourth-round picks we traded away will look like a wasted opportunity to add depth elsewhere. Season impact is massive because we are in a division where every little advantage counts, and stealing a player from the Steelers while working a deal with the Cowboys is a double win for the front office. It shows a level of confidence that can be infectious for the rest of the locker room. The direct result of this draft day heist is a roster that looks much more balanced and terrifying for any defensive coordinator to face. We are talking about immediate impact rather than waiting for a player to develop over several years. This is about the here and the now, and the fans should be excited about the vision being executed. If this player can step in and provide even half of what is expected, then the Eagles will be a much harder team to beat in late December and January. The simple truth is that talented players make coaches look better, and this move was designed to give the staff the best possible tools to succeed. We are not just talking about potential anymore, we are talking about a strategic addition that was prioritized above everything else. This is the kind of move that defines a season before the first whistle even blows, and the impact will be felt the moment he steps onto the practice field. Scenarios ahead of us are filled with intense contrast, and it is enough to make any fan feel the tension of the upcoming season. In the best-case scenario, this rookie receiver hits the ground running and becomes a focal point of the offense within the first month of the season. Imagine him burning past cornerbacks and making acrobatic catches that ignite the crowd and lead to crucial victories against our biggest rivals. If this works, the front office will look like geniuses for jumping up to grab him, and the trade will be remembered as one of the smartest moves in recent team history. The offense would become an unstoppable machine, decent team history. They're used from anywhere on the field at any time. But if it fails, the narrative shifts dramatically and the pressure will mount on everyone involved. If he struggles to adapt to the speed of the professional game, or if the lack of those traded draft picks leaves the team thin at other positions, then the criticism will be loud and persistent. We have seen how quickly the mood can turn in this city when a high-profile move does not pay off immediately. This creates an emotional roller coaster for the fans who are desperate to see the team return to the summit of the NFL. The tension lies in the uncertainty of the draft, where even the most polished prospects are never a sure thing. Every training camp report and preseason snap will be analyzed under a microscope to see if the investment was worth it. Drama of outshining the Steelers in the draft is great for headlines, but the real test happens on the grass under the bright lights. This isn't just about one player, but about the philosophy of the entire organization and their willingness to put everything on the line for a single talent. We are witnessing a high-stakes game of poker where the Eagles have pushed their chips into the middle of the table. If they win the pot, they could be holding a trophy at the end of the year, but if they lose, it will be a long and difficult road to recovery. The stakes could not be higher, and the outcome will define the legacy of this current era of Philadelphia football for years to come. The situation is clear, and the drama of the draft has left us with one of the most intriguing storylines in years. The Eagles saw a player they loved, and they did not hesitate to pull the trigger even if it meant snatching him away from a team that was already welcoming him home. Now the focus shifts from the phone calls and trade details to the actual performance on the field, where the real work begins. We have seen the front office take big swings before, and this is one of their most aggressive moves yet. But now I have to ask you something, and I want you to be honest. Would you trust a rookie in this high-pressure situation after seeing how much the team sacrificed to get him? The expectations are sky high and the margin for error is razor thin. This move could be the masterpiece that completes the puzzle, or a gamble that leaves us wondering what might have been. Make sure you like this video and subscribe with notifications on, because this story is just getting started. This isn't just a move for today, it's a decision that will define this team for years.